this morning, blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for them singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in complete where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light that Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.
The west coast of the South Island has something very special to offer. There's still huge native forests and unexplored, unclimbed mountains. It's a rugged place, and there's a special flavor from the old gold mining days. So many of the people down here are real individual characters. It's so deserted now that it's hard to believe that it was one of the cradles of the whole nation, and there were more people living here when the gold rush was on than in the rest of the country.
We came from gold mining stock, and we had back to gold because that's where we came. People came here. The first industry was gold, but of course it switched to tourists. And I think you had that nice sort of gold mining, easy atmosphere creeping through French, Joseph.
There's still plenty of gold at sea, you know. Southwesterly wind, and that's when we look for a bit of gold on the beach.
Now, how often does that happen?
Oh, Joseph, we were 10 years one time before we got any. That's true. We got done well for 2 years, and 10 years we never got a cracker.
Bet your creditors are kind of hard to get along with when you don't get a breeze for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, but I made allowances for that before I come here. Now, how'd you like the ride out here? That's the old church that used to be here.
There is that parallel between the farmers and the entertainers. And I do have a great deal of respect for both, because I've been down that road of entertainers where you sacrifice for something you genuinely believe in, or you believe you have a way you can make it work. It's a great feeling to see somebody stick up for something they believe in, whether it be gold or music or whatever. I think probably the most important project we've ever attacked was a thing called The Ballad of Calico. The album itself was very important to us because it gave us a chance to look back on our history and get a little more involved with what's happened in the past. No rain and the weather got warm, broke down and I sold my farm, headed for the silver stripe. I took my wife, Calico Silver, gave us 5.
could hear the miners sing when they made the hammers ring. You could hear them singing out. Oh, when they found calico silver. Oh, they browed the streets with silver. Let the wagon roll. Don't those mountains look just like calico? 15 years down in the mines, I watched the silver shine. Listen to the big wheels churn. They were turned by calico silver that we earned. Days were short and the laughter was long. Nails in the pines were strong. We thought nothing could go wrong. Not counting on calico silver to be gone. The streets with silver. Let the wagon roll. Don't those mountains look just like calico?
There's no gold mines at all now. We're just about extinct. Like there's very few individual miners, like where there was thousands one time. There's only a few. Even with the high price of gold, it hasn't attracted any more. When we came to live here, I more or less retired, and when I was on the top of the hill, when I was scheelite mine, I used to live out 6,000 feet. And doing that 7 days a week for, well, we always knocked off in the wintertime because we got driven out with snow. And I always said when I finish mining, I'll go away and do a bit of beachcombing on the west coast. You see, from way up high to way down to sea level, and it's lovely here now with both feet level on the ground without one growing longer than the other. Yeah, well, this mountain business is not so hot when you're getting old.
Got the wagons ready to go. It's been 100 years or so since we hitched our teams, and it seems calico silver was a dream.
Have you ever heard anything about New Zealand?
Yes, they have primitive tribe there, the Maoris. They have some types of exotic birds there.
One time there was a 12-foot high bird that used to live there.
What kind of a bird?
It was a extinct bird.
What's the name of the bird?
Maori or Maori?
Oh, you're talking about the giant moa bird.
Moa bird, yeah, that was it, I think.
Okay, I want to ask you the big question now. What do you know about the giant moa bird?
I don't know, it sounds like a disease.
The giant moa bird is 12 feet tall.
You're kidding.
I always thought there was moas still about. I read about them when we were children. We read about them and saw pictures of them.
What I really enjoy about some of these characters is their sense of humor. Like Moa Mick, who fooled the scientists into believing that a giant extinct native bird, the moa, has mysteriously reappeared.
I'll kill you if you do. So I chased them back to bed. Well, then, my brother-in-law gave me an old pair of shoes, so I screwed them on, see?
Yeah.
Then I went down.
Now, is this what the moa's foot looks like?
Oh, well, I've never seen a moa
What? It is only a 3-bird bird, you know what I mean? Put a claw on that. So I went down early one morning and I went down amongst the rocks on my big boots, and I took them off and put these on, and I jumped out onto this lovely bed of sand, and I took big long steps all the way around. And then I came back up to the end, and I went round a pile set with a lot of nice clay stuff and made big, deep prints. And then I came back home, and I said, there's some big bird marks down under the bridge, and I said, they're big. Pukeko, I said, no. Thought of all sorts of things. Oh, I said, these are quite big. You better come down and have a look. So he went down and had a look, and my God, he nearly took a fit. God, he said, but Moa, he had some of his grandchildren with him. He said, go away, don't come down here. I bought some big leaves of the toot leaves up with me. And I rushed across and I pinched the wife's salad spoons, you know. And I took them in the shed and I drew them out to a sharp edge. Instead of being round, I drew them out that way and filed them up. And I went down one morning early and I bit pieces out of the leaves here and there like a bird's beak, see? And I left a few of these laying around. Well, the professor goes down one day and he comes back full of news.
I found out what they've eaten.
It's feeding. He said, it's eating toot. He said to me one day, see where it's eating, but I never see any bird droppings. So Charlie came over and, what's the latest? Well, I said, there's something missing, Charlie. There's no droppings. Oh, Christ. Do you don't mind me telling you this?
No.
Well, what are we going to do? Well, I said, we'll make some. And I bring over an old hand mincer. I screwed it on the bench there. I bought up some toot leaves and some birch leaves. I said to Charlie, shovel it in. So we wound it round. You know, you've made these little melting moments out of the biscuit for us, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, we wound these droppings out about that thick and about that long. I sort of leaned in them like that. We laid them on bits of tin and put them out to harden up, and I went back and put a few down one morning, and the professor said, the bird's here. Yeah, we kept that a secret for about 12 years. I found some droppings. If you haven't got a sense of humor, you might as well be dead, I think.
Young people in America tend not to mix too much with the older people, and I really think that they kind of miss out a lot. There seems to be less of a generation gap over here. I have a tremendous respect for pioneers, whether they pioneered America or New Zealand.